What's up, everybody, and welcome back to another week and another episode of Hawk Talk. Alongside Knighthawks General Manager Dan Carey, I am Susie Cole. Dan, the Knighthawks suffering their first loss of the season, 17-7 to Halifax on Friday night. What was the biggest learning lesson from that loss?
I think, for us, it's we got it worked. It was one of those games where I feel like we had some confidence going in, and it felt a little bit different, to be honest, of the previous games that we had played. So we had a tough team that was ready to go, and I thought they played well. So credit to them, but definitely a learning experience to kind of get back to that kind of blue collar mentality that we've had all year.
A bright spot coming from Friday's game, Holden Cattoni with his fourth hat trick on the year, 36 points on the season so far. What can continue to drive this kind of offense for Cattoni going into the game against Buffalo this weekend?
He's been shooting the ball very well, and that's something we kind of expect from him. So he's been doing a lot of little things as well, and he's got an amazing shot from the outside, but he's also been working on other assets of his game as well. So he's been shooting the ball well, and he's doing a lot of little things that might not be showing up on the scoreboard that we are noticing as well.
Speaking of the matchup against Buffalo on Saturday night, the last time the Knighthawks faced Buffalo, you said there was a lot of resiliency in that game. How do you start Saturday's game with that same type of resiliency in mindset?
We have to be prepared for their best, as we do every week. So for us, we were down 4-1 against Buffalo, which is a tough task to come back from, and fortunately we were able to tie it 4-4. Coach Hazen mentioned after the game, it's at times we're kind of letting, when we're not having success, we're letting them dictate and do their thing instead of us, being the ones to dictate play as we would like. So that's something we have to be prepared for. Buffalo is for them to come out, firing and coming out with a lot of energy, but also, we have to be bringing that and have them expecting that from us as well.
Dan, thank you so much for once again joining me this week on this week's episode of Hawk Talk. The Knighthawks play the Buffalo Bandits for the second and final time this season on Saturday at 7:30 in Buffalo. We'll see you next week, everybody.